Let me be very clear. The headlines you're seeing are absolutely, positively ridiculous. The Dallas housing crash. I mean, you've got friends, family, and so-called experts all on the news screaming about some massive correction here in Dallas-Fort Worth. They point to inventory, they point to panicked sellers, they point to falling prices as proof the sky's fallen. They're telling you a story, all right, but they're only telling you half of it. What they refuse to talk about, what they don't want you to see, is the incredible opportunity this shift is creating. Fear, affordability challenges, frustration over stubbornly high interest rates are driving the conversation, but the data tells a different story. It separates a much needed correction from a full-blown catastrophe. And today we're gonna get into the guts of the numbers that matter. I'm gonna show you where the real chances are, whether you're a first-time homebuyer scared to make a mistake, a seller who thinks you missed the boat, an investor looking for the next big play, or somebody moving to this incredible metroplex. What is really happening in Dallas? Let's get to it. All right, first off, let's acknowledge the fear. It's real. And I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that you're imagining. We've seen active listings in DFW spike nearly to 32,000 recently. And that's a massive jump from a year before. We haven't seen this much selection for buyers in over a decade. I mean, it's not just a feeling. This is a statistical reality. Across DFW, we've seen a massive surge in homes for sale, with resale home listings up 30% from last year. Months of inventory, which tells us how long it would take to sell every single home on the market, has climbed significantly, pushing past 5 months in some reports. This is a number that we have not seen in years. In some suburban counties like Rockwall and Kaufman, the market has tipped firmly into the buyer's favor, with supply pushing towards 6 months or more. Now that is a night and day difference from the madness of the past few years, where a home was sold before the sign was even in the ground. And with more choices and stubbornly high interest rates hovering around the high sixes, prices have to adjust. This is just simple logic. Some analysts have clocked the DFW-wide drop at over 8% since the 2022 peak. Now here's the stat that should make you sit up straight. In some parts of DFW, homes are selling for nearly 6% under the original asking price. Sellers are cutting prices to get a deal done. This is the data that fuels the panic. But this is where the conversation stops for most people, and that's a huge mistake.
TommyWooten.com, woo, woo. TommyWooten.com, woo, woo. TommyWooten.com.
If you're new to the channel, I'm Tommy Wooten, putting the woot woot in real estate. I've been moving people to and around DFW since 2010, seeing lots of markets. Guys, and a lot of you like to leave comments. I read all the comments. Let me know what's on your mind, if you agree or disagree with anything that you're seeing here. And if you're looking for representation, go ahead and scan the QR code. And as usual, you can call or text me on this number, days, nights, weekends. I love hearing from you, and I love relocating people to Dallas-Fort Worth. This is my city where I was born and raised, so I believe in it. Now let's look at the bigger picture, because what other folks won't tell you is that a market correction and a market collapse are two fundamentally different things. A collapse means the foundation is rotten. A correction means that the market is catching its breath after an insane, unsustainable sprint. And let me tell you right now, the foundation in Dallas is one of the strongest in the country. So what's the safety net? What's presenting a total free fall? It comes down to two words: jobs and people. The Dallas-Fort Worth economy has been a national leader in job creation, even with some recent slowing in the Dallas Fed's latest forecast for 2025. Points to Texas adding around 244,600 jobs this year. And you know DFW is getting a huge slice of that pie. And where there are jobs, people follow. You can't stop them. Now, recent estimates show that the DFW metro area is storming towards 8.3 million people, adding nearly 180,000 new residents in 1 year. Guys, that's like adding a whole new city every single year. This constant flood of people creates powerful underlying demand for housing that acts as a buffer against any kind of crash. Now, the high prices and the high interest rates are creating serious affordability problems. There's no doubt about that. But the price adjustments we're seeing are a reaction to those interest rates, not a sign of economic rot. The DFW economy is still the shock absorber. It turns a potential crash into a manageable and, dare I say, opportunistic correction. Now, the DFW Metroplex is not one market. Are you listening to me? It's a collection of dozens of cities and counties, and each one has its own story. The real opportunity is found when you zoom in. This is where the so-called correction creates pockets of pure advantage. So let's break it down. What's happening in Collin County is a whole different ballgame from what's happening in Dallas County. Collin County, home to spots like Plano, Frisco, McKinney, it's seen one of the biggest shakeups. I mean, inventory has exploded with active listings over 50% year over year. Now for sellers, that's painful. I get it. But for buyers, especially first-time buyers who were completely shut out before, this is your golden ticket. The bidding wars are gone. You have choice. You have negotiating power. It's your time to shine. And then you have counties like Denton, Rockwall, and Kaufman. These areas have seen inventory levels soar, officially making them strong buyers markets. So if you want the most choice and the most leverage to beat down the price and call the shots, these are the counties you need to be watching. The sellers are motivated, believe me. Now, on the other hand, Dallas County itself showing more stability. Inventory is up significantly, giving buyers more choice, but it hasn't been the same level of price drops as the suburbs. This is for the buyer who wants to get into a proven area without the wild swings. And finally, you've got Tarrant County with Fort Worth and Arlington. This market is probably the most balanced of the bunch. It's seeing adjustments, but not the same extremes as the outer ring suburbs. For an investor or a buyer looking for that solid middle ground, Tarrant County is a very compelling place to be. The mistake is looking at a DFW wide number thinking that it applies to you. The opportunity is knowing these micro markets. What looks like an affordability problem in one county is a massive buying opportunity in another. Now, beyond all that, there is a massive, game-changing secret weapon in this market. It's new construction. Everyone's been waiting for interest rates to come down, but they haven't. Well, guess what? Builders are facing the same headwinds, but they have a completely different playbook. And right now, they're using every single page to their advantage and yours. Builders have inventory, spec homes that they have to sell. An empty new house is a liability, and that creates pressure and an incredible opening for a smart buyer. What kind of opportunities am I talking about? I mean, we're not just talking about a few bucks. We're talking massive incentives. The interest rate buy down is one of the most powerful plays that we're seeing. Builders are using their financial muscle to buy down your mortgage rate. We're seeing 2-1 buy downs from builders like MI Homes that can slash your payments for the first few years. In a market where a 30-year fixed is in the high sixes, getting a rate that starts with a 4 or a 5 is a financial grand slam. But wait, there's more. They're offering tens of thousands of dollars in closing cost assistance. They're waiving fees on premium lots. They're throwing in luxury upgrade packages, stainless steel, hardwood floors, you name it. We're seeing builders offer incentive packages that can be worth tens of thousands of dollars. And it's often better for them to give you these incentives than to slash the list price because it protects their property values. Now for you, it means your monthly payment and your cash out of pocket can be dramatically lower than that of a resale home. Now, this is the hidden market within the market. So what does this all mean? What's the play for you personally? For the first-time home buyer, listen to me. This is without a doubt the best market you've seen in years. For the longest time, you were shut out by bidding wars and all cash bullies. That world is gone. Today you have choices, you have time, you have power. The price corrections in these suburbs combined with the insane builder incentives are directly attacking the affordability crisis. This is your moment. The tables have turned. Now, for the move-up buyer, you're in a special spot. So yes, the home you're selling might not get that peak 2022 price, but the bigger, better home that you're buying has also come down in price, probably by a lot more. You can trade up to a neighborhood or a school district that was a fantasy a few years ago. You can leverage your equity and step into a brand new home with the builder paying your closing costs and buying down your high interest rate. And all that means that you can make a major lifestyle upgrade for a much smaller net cost than you think. Now, for the investor, the headlines scream danger. Smart money knows that moments like this are when fortunes are made. You're not buying for a quick flip. You're buying for long-term growth with one of the fastest growing metros in America. This correction allows you to buy that property at a discount. The affordability crunch means rental demand stays high, ensuring you'll more than likely have renters and long-term appreciation. This is the time to hunt for value, not run from it. Now, for my sellers, I need you to hear me and hear me good. This is not the market of 2021. The party's over. You can't just throw your home on the market at some ridiculous price and expect a bidding war. The data is clear, and a huge number of homes are selling below ask. Your strategy has to change. Pricing your home correctly from day one is the most important thing that you can do. Be the best presented, best priced home in your neighborhood. A successful sale is still a 100% possibility, but it requires strategy, not just hope. Now, trying to figure all this out on your own is a fool's errand. You're gonna need a data-driven strategy. And my team and I, we live and we breathe DFW real estate every day. And we can get you a personalized game plan to help you win in this market. So if you're thinking about making a move in DFW and you want a team that puts the numbers first, click the link in the description, scan the QR code, and schedule a call. So in conclusion, you wanna know, is this the Dallas housing market correction or an opportunity? The answer is unequivocally both. The fear is based on a real and frankly necessary market correction driven by high interest rates and affordability issues. But the opportunity is just as real. It's found by looking past the screaming headlines and into the data. It's found in the suburbs. It's found in the stability of Dallas County. And it's found in the mind-blowing incentives from new home builders. This is a market that rewards strategy and it absolutely punishes panic. While others are frozen by fear, the people who understand the numbers can make life-changing moves. This isn't a crash, this is a rebalancing, and it's a return to normal. And for so many of you, it's the opportunity you've been waiting for. Now, I want to hear from you. What are you seeing in your DFW neighborhood? Are you buying, selling? Are you just watching from the sidelines? Let me know in the comments. Whoop, whoop.